Hello, welcome to Business 360 Weekly. I'm Vivian Akinyosui. First, we'll take a look at some top stories that made the headlines in business last week. And our featured story is about a young lady who started her spa business from the most unlikely places in Lagos, the very popular Ikeja Underbridge. That's coming up shortly. Quick look at our stories. Monday, federal government and Siemens signed pre-engineering contract. The federal government and Siemens signed a contract for the pre-engineering phase of the Presidential Power Initiative in an effort to boost power generation in the country. The award letters were signed earlier by Siemens Energy Nigeria and FGN Power Company, a special purpose vehicle created by the federal government for the project.
The Presidential Power Initiative actually started with the visit of the German Chancellor Angela Merkel to President Buhari in August 2018. It was then that a discussion was held around Germany supporting Nigeria to resolve the problems facing the power sector in Nigeria, and Siemens being the global powerhouse for power engineering, power technology, electrification. We were invited to that discussions, and we took it further with the government of Nigeria, and we have worked together with all the stakeholders, the electricity distribution companies, the transmission company of Nigeria, the Board of Public Enterprise, who owns equity on behalf of the federal government in all the discos, the regulator, the National Electricity Regulatory Commission, the Ministry of Power, and several other stakeholders since then to align the proposed solutions, to dissect, first of all, the immediate priority within the network, and to bring those solutions together, which now formed the basis of the Presidential Power Initiative, which we are executing right now.
We also have the story that Nigeria has more than $5.83 billion foreign loans that have been approved but not yet disbursed. The disbursement of the loans will take the country's total foreign debt commitment to more than $37.8 billion. Tuesday, federal government eyes 200,000 jobs from road concession arrangement. The Federal Ministry of Works and Housing says although the main idea behind the new Highway Development and Management Initiative, HDMI, is not to generate revenue, it was expecting about 1.34 trillion naira in private investments when the full concession of the 12 roads earmarked for the pilot program takes off. It said that as part of its statutory requirements in road development, the launch of the scheme would improve the right of way along the federal road network. Wednesday, Lagos Trade Fair and TBS concession process begins in the second quarter of 2021. The process for the concession of the Lagos International Trade Fair Complex and the Tafawa Balewa Square is expected to commence in the second quarter of the year. Also, the Bureau of Public Enterprises (BPE) on Tuesday explained that the federal government had to terminate the previous concessions after the former concessionaire acted contrary to the expectations guiding the development of the legacy facilities. Still on Wednesday's stories, cryptocurrency. We acted in Nigeria's best interests, says CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele. The governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, has said the bank's decision to prohibit deposit money banks, non-banking institutions, and other financial institutions from facilitating trading in dealings in cryptocurrencies is in the best interest of Nigerian depositors and the country's financial system. He was speaking Thursday while briefing a joint Senate committee on banking, insurance, and other financial institutions, ICT, cybercrime, and capital markets on its directive to institutions under the Apex Bank's regulation. Meanwhile, an economist and chief executive officer, Global Analytics, Tope Fasua, says 60% of central banks in the world are already under pressure to create digital money. He was speaking Tuesday at the February edition of the Finance Correspondents Association of Nigeria, FICAN, monthly forum in Lagos. He said although no banker to the government is likely to support cryptocurrency. However, they may have to consider the option of issuing their own central bank digital currency, CBDCs.
Number one, remember that CBN, even they will not deceive themselves that they can ban cryptocurrency. Something you didn't create, you cannot ban it, all right? So, but you can restrict. But again, the crypto guys should also understand that, look, if you're fighting someone in Mortal Kombat, okay, fighting someone unto death, you cannot blame them for not giving you advantage, all right? Because you are trying to get into their system to take them down. Remember that this started with the idea of, look, these banks are slack, they charge people too much, the central bank supports them, they give them bailouts. So if the central bank is now saying, look, okay, don't transact through my bank. It's fair. All is fair in love and war. This is war. The crypto guys may have to build their own infrastructure from the ground up, seriously speaking. Okay, I mean globally, yes. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be incredibly tough. Like I said, one will kill the other. This, we have that kind of fight in Africa here, where one person must kill the other one before the fight is over. Because people are doing P2P already, peer-to-peer, trading among themselves, but you have to navigate the propensity for fraud and all of that, people trying to get your money back.
And now a look at stories from Thursday. Nigeria's revenue prospects brighten as oil hits $67 per barrel. The international oil benchmark Brent crude rose further on Wednesday to $67 per barrel compared to Nigeria's budget benchmark of $40 per barrel. For Nigeria, which relies on crude oil for about 50% of government revenues and over 90% of export earnings, rising oil prices means increased revenue. On the other hand, rising oil price also translates to increased costs of petroleum products as the country depends heavily on imports due to a lack of domestic refining. Friday, we have the story: Nigeria to disconnect Niger and Benin Republic over $2.6 billion electricity debt. Nigeria may be forced to cut off power supply to the republics of Niger and Benin over an outstanding $2.6 billion electricity debt. Details of the unpaid electricity debt owed by the two countries are contained in the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NERC) second quarter 2020 report released Thursday in Abuja. And still on stories from Friday, NNPC to add 5,000 megawatts to national grid on improved gas supply. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, is set to deliver an additional 5,000 megawatts of electricity to the national power grid once the ongoing gas projects throughout the country is completed. NNPC Group Managing Director Malam Mele Kiari, who spoke during a virtual event organized by the Nigerian Gas Association (NGA), themed Powering Forward, Enabling Nigeria's Industrialization via Gas, said the NNPC was committed to fulfilling President Muhammadu Buhari's directive to boost domestic gas supply. And from the Nigerian Stock Exchange, trading last week saw its fourth consecutive weekly loss amid growing concerns about the rising yields in the F1 market. The all-share index dropped by 0.96% to close the week at 39,799.89 points. However, activity levels were strong, trading in the top three equities, namely Wema Bank PLC, Zenith Bank PLC, and First Bank Holding PLC accounted for 782.16 million shares worth 8.91 billion naira, exchanged in 4,624 transactions, contributing 40.52% and 43.15% to the volume and value of total equity turnover. We'll now take a break, and when we come back, we'll be looking at our startup feature for the week. Join us again. Welcome back. If you're a Nigerian and you live in Lagos, you will be familiar with the phrase Ikeja Underbridge. In our next story, we'll see how a young lady started her spa business right from the heart of this commercial hub and home to a thriving beauty and cosmetic open market that's lasted for more than 3 decades.
My name is Uzoukwu, so Jenifer. I'm a graduate of Govt University from Imo State, and I'm actually a skincare therapist. We actually produce creams and lotions, soaps for all skin types and different skin colors. Jenigo came about 2019. That's almost 2 years now. I was having battle with acne actually, and I used everything, like all products. I was using fruits and also people products, and I was like, okay, let me try a product for my own self. So I started Jenigo 2019, and I started making products for myself first. So that's how Jenigo came about. I work in 7up and also working in a phone company, that's Ringo. I also work in the spa. Yes, I work in a spa from 2018 to 2019 for a year, and I was not just comfortable about people not knowing what they want, especially the industry we are in. Most people enter in the industry not knowing about the basic of the industry. They just want to sell cream and soap to people without knowing the main purpose and what to do. So I actually stopped working because of that. I started from Ikeja Underbridge. I used to make my hair there. It's actually a salon. I used to make my hair there, and I spoke to the guy. I was like, okay, I really just want to showcase my own products because I just started. And Ikeja Underbridge is really it's a good place because they're going to learn a lot of experiences there. So that's how I started from Ikeja Underbridge.
Don't you know it takes love and courage? Most of the girls that actually work currently here, most of them already know the job fully, what the job it takes. But when they came here, they were able to learn more of it. Like we have specialists who are specialized on just braiding, especially. But since they came here, they learned how to braid, how to do dreadlock, how to freeze, how to do frontal, and etc. So them living here is like a bonus to them. Like for example, now Jenifer that was here, she actually started. She was a client. She started as a client. Then she was like, okay, she has this makeup stuff. She okay, fine, you can endorse yourself. This was her stand currently. So she actually endorsed herself here, and she found out that space wasn't enough for her. She left. God so kind, she's doing well wherever she is.
It's much different because in Ikeja, basically the low average people and the middle class. And most times your products are not actually appreciated there. Probably it's actually a very good place, the center of Ikeja too, where you meet different various people, the low class, the middle class, the rich class. The Okpebi has this ambience of giving you a good and connecting you to more customers that are reliable and obviously going to come back. I started making my products when I was in Calabar. I actually graduated from Govt University and I went to Calabar for NYC, and I met a woman who's into cosmetic too, and she trained me into it. So I started my product from Calabar, but I was using it only on myself then. The training actually impacted a lot on my product because she not just a normal miss type, people that come and miss. She actually studied cosmetology for like 15 years. So ours was very different because she knows what is good for different skin types. Because we all have different skin types, and that's what most people in this industry don't understand. The different skin type, what a sensitive skin you can use is not what a combination skin can use. So ours was very, 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 very unique because she also depends on also skin colors too. So we have the black, the fair person, and also the white skin. So I started with 30,000 naira, and my first product was actually the glow soap. I made 20,000 naira half of it because I made just 12, so I made 20,000. Like, oh, this is a good start. So that's how I started. We have more than 50 products for different skin types. And
you can achieve anything once you put your mind to it. And that's it on Business 360 Weekly. I'm Vivian Akinyosoye. See you next week.